This is a discussion on spiritual terms and spirituality in today's modern world. What place does spirituality have in the modern world? What challenges, if any, come about when spiritual concepts mash with the fast-paced capitalist society, specifically American society, culture, and ideals? These questions I will discuss in this video, but before I begin this discussion, informed by channeled insight, lived experience, and research, I would like to clarify that this message is not intended for or directed at anyone in particular. It is a discussion that encapsulates larger philosophical questions about societal practices, beliefs, indoctrination, and questions about personal self-discovery and the meaning of life. That is informed by personal experience, reading various spiritual and religious texts, as well as articles that directly address the questions aforementioned and put forth. I am also sharing my views, my opinions, thoughts, along with my research. This video has not been made with the intention of creating or inciting conflict, but with the intention of contributing to or beginning a larger discussion about spirituality in connection to socialization and the lived experiences of people in today's world. So, the first question: what place does spirituality have in the modern world? Well, according to a survey conducted and documented in 2023 by the Pew Research Center, a nonpartisan fact tank that informs the public about the issues, attitudes, and trends shaping the world, and who conducts public opinion polling, demographic research, content analysis, and other data-driven social science research, as quoted in their About page on their website. 7 to 10 U.S. adults describe themselves as spiritual in some way, including 22% who are spiritual but not religious. The report also states the survey finds that 83% of all U.S. citizens believe people have a soul or spirit in addition to their physical body. 81% say there is something spiritual beyond the natural world, even if we cannot see it. 74% say there are some things that science cannot possibly explain. 45% say they have had a sudden feeling of connection with something from beyond this world. 38% say they have had a strong feeling that someone who has passed away was communicating with them from beyond this world. And 30% say they have personally encountered a spirit or unseen spiritual force. What this tells me is that the majority of Americans in the United States believe in spirituality, have an affinity for and resonate with spiritual concepts, are spiritually attuned, hold interest in, find importance in, and openly express their spiritual experiences and beliefs. Now, the place spirituality has in the modern world can be many. However, I will focus on how spirituality is connected to health, to highlight the integral aspects of spirituality and practices people in modern America can benefit from day to day. On the National Institutes of Health website, there is the National Library of Medicine that provides access to scientific literature as stated on the website. Here I found an article that explains how deeply spirituality is connected to people's health and how individuals in the medical field have actually been studying in courses how spirituality coincides with mind and body well-being, and have been utilizing spirituality in medical practices for years. In an article titled integrating spirituality into patient care and an essential element of modern healthcare system, authored by Ajay Kumar Sinha and Sanjeev Kumar. Forgive me if I messed up those names. Edited by Indian Heart Journal, Cardiac Care, Paras HMRI Hospital located in Patna, India, states. Spiritual practices have a positive correlation with survival, low blood pressure, fewer symptoms of anxiety and depression, less severe medical illness, better quality of life, etc. As researchers clearly suggest that spiritual practices enhance the level of self-confidence, assertiveness, and such other qualities which help accelerate the process of recovery from illness and surgery in general. One such specific studies of heart transplant patients showed that those who participated in spiritual activities besides complying with suggested medical prescriptions registered faster all-around improvement. It also states in 1992, 3 medical schools offered courses on spirituality and health in America. In 2001, 75 of the 125 schools offered courses. At the George Washington University School of Medicine, spirituality is interwoven with the rest of the curriculum throughout the 4 years of medical school so that the students learn to integrate it into all of their care. Most of the other schools follow this model of integrating spirituality into ongoing parts of the medical school curriculum. These excerpts elaborate on the research conducted on the connection between spirituality and health and indicate how spirituality is usefully applied in the modern world and can be helpful and continue to be helpful as we move forward into the future of medicine in America. Now, the second question. What challenges, if any, come about when spiritual concepts mash with fast-paced capitalist society, specifically American society, culture, and ideals?